What's up, y'all? You know what time it is. It's about to be that time.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
And we're back with One Piece chapter 1048. All right. And a certain someone is also back after about 39 chapters. We're going to get into that. Also, new theory video. A lot of people said they didn't get the notification for it. The Joy Boy is not human. Joy Boy is a snake or a mink. Theory video is out now, also linked below. It's a fun one. A lot of people like it. Been loving the reaction to it, loving the comments, loving the add-ons to that in the comments too. That's great. All right, 1048. A lot of people are saying this chapter felt like filler to them, that they weren't really feeling it. Let me tell you that this chapter was necessary, and that when we do our rereads, when we eventually watch it and rewatch it in the anime, this is all going to hit, and from a structure perspective, this chapter was necessary. We're going to get into all of that. Here we go. This chapter is all about perspective. Normally, we are looking through the lens of our protagonists, and we are seeing them rise or fall, mostly rise. This chapter was a switch of POV. The point of view here is of the Wano citizens, of just the 20 years that the chapter is, referring to. All of these hopes and dreams and this despair and the tension that is here, right? Even though we've gotten bits and pieces of it before, the perspective and the point of view is different here. And all of this is just culminating into what these lanterns mean, what this fist that Luffy is about to hit Kaido with means. So when we get a panel like the crops won't grow and we see this woman with her baby on her back and there's a noose on a tree and we've got a skull in the foreground, that's despair, right? That's what this arc is about. That's what Orochi and Kaido are two main antagonists. Big Mom was just a spice to this arc. This is about Kaido and Orochi, the two flaming serpents, the two flaming dragons, burning dragons, right, that are here, paralleling each other, bookending. Denjiro comes, and the expected thing was that Denjiro was going to finish this off, and parallel when he slashed Komurasaki in front of Orochi. So we had that happen, toward the beginning of Act 2. Now here, toward the end of Act 3, we're getting, a mirror of that, where now Denjiro is actually the one cutting Orochi while saving Komurasaki, right? This is the expected thing, and sometimes the most obvious answer is the right one. Now, of course, we over here, we wanted Hyori to do something. Oda tends to, and I gotta knock him a little bit here, he tends to use females to have men have a great moment. This could have been Hyori's moment. Maybe she'll have another one. Or, like the Hidden Island said in our Theory for Theory, maybe Hyori dies, which would be bad. I mean, it's interesting, right? But if that's the only thing that she contributes to the arc to bolster Momonosuke's resolve is for, someone like Hyori to die, then that's not the best thing for a character. The more and more I think about it. Kinemon though. Kinemon's still on the table though. That's probably gonna happen. Did we need all of this flashback? Maybe not all of it. But I did love seeing them working in the factories, seeing all of them building the factories, seeing just these simple shots. Some of them aren't really simple. I love the crops one. The crops one is the best one. I love that one. The perspective change on Oden's death is interesting. Sitting in, the scabbards as the shot is happening rather than being in the shot with Kaido, with Oden. No, we are with the scabbards as the bang is in the background, and we live through Kiku's response to that. But these are all of the things that, like I said, Luffy and Momonosuke need. It's shonen, right? You have to get the flashback before you finish this all. And that's what we're at here. We're at the end. Some people really think that Wano's going to go on for another 7 years. No. Kaido is going to go down. Probably in the next chapter, or at least by 1050. More likely than not, we're going to parallel here. Orochi was just dispatched, okay? I don't know if he's coming back again. He shouldn't. That should be his last head. But the myth, you need to cut the tail too, so who knows, right? Will he awaken, right? Parvision was bringing that up when I was talking with him. If he does, then it gives us an opportunity to finally have Zoro live up to what he said, I want to avenge Tonoyasu. That's the only reason you're bringing Orochi back, Oda. That's it. If Zoro is going to be the one to kill him. That's it. If not, then leave him dead. It's over. It's over and done with. Make Orochi disappear. That's what the Lantern said. Denjiro did that. It's over and done with. Flaming Dragon, Burning Dragon, down. Now we have another Burning Dragon to deal with. Okay, and this is just like Skypiea when Enel turned into Amaru. This is just like Thriller Bark when Moria went Shadows Asgard. The villain is going into their largest, biggest form, and Luffy has to topple that. And what has he done in the past? Exactly that. Kaido is going down, and then we are going to further mirror, further parallel Thriller Bark as the sun opens up and Luffy once again liberates the citizens of that particular arc, right, by allowing the sun to shine, just like at the end of Thriller Bark. And just like in Thriller Bark, I still believe that we are going to have a Kuma, someone that's going to show up at the end. More likely than not, Vegapunk is on those world government ships. He's got the SSG with him, which I believe to be good smiles. We're talking like actual people or robots with artificial fruits that do not have a drawback like the smiles, where the animals are controlling them or anything like that. Luffy and Zoro are packed up. The only person that can lead the crew right now is Sanji. I want Sanji's nothing happened moment. It could happen here. It really could. We get a shot of all the daimyo. Yasuie is included. We have my guy from Ringo, the Shimotsuki, who is not Zoro's dad apparently, but is definitely his uncle. This is the best shot that we've seen of him, and so many Zoro vibes. We need some answers there, Oda. All right, we need that. I missed it at first, but if you look at the panel of Kaido going into his new burning dragon mode, there's actually a small Kaido in there. He's actually making himself giant, just like Amaru, Shadows Asgard, all of that. There's a small Kaido within this gigantic Kaido now. And this is all sort of a lead-in to make us believe that Luffy is going to be able to go up against Akainu eventually. Ace was beaten by Akainu because Akainu said, hey, my fire is hotter than yours. You're regular fire, I'm magma. Luffy eventually is going to be able to say, you're magma, I'm the sun. Luffy is going to put the power of the sun behind this punch. I'm talking flaming red hawk Bajrang gun, right? Shout out to Evil for the the Hanuman reference in this particular chapter, and everybody else that's brought up Hanuman in the past. Very interesting stuff here. 1049 and beyond. Where do I think we're going with this? This is no different to me than when we saw the end of Dressrosa. Luffy in the sky above Doflamingo. Doflamingo beneath him using his, spider's web attack. Luffy priming his, King Kong gun to send him from the heavens down below. Finisher. Okay, this is no different to me than when Luffy was doing Gomu Gomu no Storm against Crocodile. This is the final hit. If Oda drags it on, then there's something else going on. He wants to incorporate the world government ships, whatever. We're moving the fight to another area. Otherwise, this is it. You can't beat this Orochi and Kaido parallel right now. The two villains of the arc going down one chapter after another. I mean, that's classic Oda stuff right there. So, next chapter is going to be all about moving Onigashima from Momonosuke, The lanterns will probably factor in and help him out. He'll either use the fire from the lanterns, or he will use the hopes and dreams of the people to create his own fire to move everything. I mean, he's basically trying to headbutt it right now. We'll see how that works. But either way, he's going to be able to do it. And Luffy's going to hit Kaido with this punch. Kaido is unflinching. He's saying he's going to take this punch no matter what. Savage. Oda's trying to finish this. So we're either going to get the Kaido flashback in 1050, like as the punch is connecting, Kaido's life is going to flash before his eyes, and we're going to get, some flashback here. Or that's going to feel like the end of Wano. The sun is going to open up. The townspeople are going to, understand that when the sun came out, they are no longer slaves. We'll start a little bit of a party, and then eventually we're going to have a new element appear, whether that's Big Mom crawling out of the hole and stealing some souls and getting away with them on her ship, or Vegapunk pulls up with the SSG and says, hey, if I want to keep, doing my experiments, I have to annex these weapons and everything, and they're just going to have to get out of Dodge. And then Luffy will have to open the borders with everyone after he takes down the world government. And that's the tragedy that happens. That they beat Kaido, but they didn't save Wano, they didn't save the people. So Momo can't become the Shogun until they can get that back from the world government. And Luffy's totally lighting his fist on fire. That's gonna happen. We're gonna go fire for fire. And that's gonna wrap things up, guys. All right, thanks to everybody that was in the stream. Thanks to everybody that watched and commented on the Joy Boy video. We'll be back on Twitch this week. I want to thank all of our members. Okay, shout out to Najee Mukim for upgrading. Shout out to Channel Goat, Tyrone Will for rejoining. Lucky Man for rejoining. Bierkles Dizori for rejoining. Martin Victorino and Akaoni Richter for joining. My guy Chin for rejoining, Turboost for joining, Ovi and DJ BJ32 for rejoining. And shout out to all of you. Shout out to everybody. Thank you so much. We've had memberships open for a little over a year now, and it's crazy. This is great, guys. We're actually getting to the end of this. All right, I said it last time. People were in the comments like, this can't be the end. This isn't going to be the end. This is classic Oda ending. All right? If he wants to flip it on his head, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But this is classic Oda endings. So, all right? Stay safe, everybody, and I'll catch you next time. All right? Later. I've been swimming deep, deep. Savage.